Imagine this. It's Friday night and you just got home from a long day at work. You change into something comfortable and you wait patiently for your date. Suddenly, you hear your cell phone chime. One new text message. Dinner, movie, be there in 20. You quickly respond, alright, see you in 20 minutes. Be careful. 2 hours roll by. No calls, no messages, and you're growing impatient. Then you hear a knock at the door. You angrily jump up and run to the door, and when you open it, you see a highway patrol officer. Now this story may be fiction, but the truth of the matter is that texting while driving is dangerous, and when you or I choose to text behind the wheel, we not only risk our lives, but we risk the lives of others. How big of a problem is this anyway? A nationwide insurance survey conducted in 2006 shows that 20% of drivers text behind the wheel. Even more frightening is that 66% of college-age drivers, 18 to 24 years old, text while driving. Obviously, drivers are texting behind the wheel, and you might be asking yourself, is it really that big of a problem, and is it really that dangerous? The answer is most definitely yes. Virginia Tech Transportation Institute conducted a research and observed drivers within 6 million driving hours. During those driving hours, they found that there was a greater chance by 25% that drivers would be in an accident. Imagine yourself on a football field texting while driving. That basically means that you were not looking up during that whole length of that football field. And just picture a small child deciding to run across that football field. In addition, Car and Driver magazine conducted a research with a driver under 4 situations: a normal driver, a drunk driver, a driver reading a text message, and a driver sending a text message. The driver was supposed to brake when they saw a red light appear in their sun visor. The first situation was the normal driver, and when he saw the red light, he braked within 60 seconds. Now, I thought the drunk driver would be the most dangerous. When the driver had a blood alcohol content of 0.08, his reaction time was 4 feet by the time he got his car stopped. Scarier was that when the driver was reading a text, it took him 36 feet to stop the car. And the most frightening part was that when he was actually sending a text message, it took him 70 more feet to stop that car. That's basically 10 car lengths. The government has seen the risk of texting while driving and has decided to take part in trying to stop it. The federal government has taken a step by asking their federal employees to stop texting while behind a federal vehicle. They have also asked companies that are doing business with the federal government to ask their employees to respect us and not let their employees text behind the wheel. North Carolina stepped in December of 2009, being one of the 21 states to pass a law banning texting while driving. But laws are one thing, enforcement is another. Police officers are going to have to band together and make an effort to ticket drivers while texting behind the wheel. Just like the seatbelt law that was passed years ago, they are making an effort to make a public awareness that texting while driving is dangerous. Once the seatbelt law was passed, the North Carolinians, 80% of them now buckle up behind the wheel. And we hope to have that same positive reaction from the law that North Carolina passed in December. In addition, schools are making an effort. They invite parents who have lost children in car accidents due to texting while driving. For example, Melissa Martin's daughter Amanda was in a car accident on the way to school because she was texting behind the wheel. Melissa's story is touching, and she calls upon teenagers to use peer pressures to stop teenagers from texting behind the wheel and to save one more teen life. Insurance companies are also taking a step. They ask and want businesses to have their employees not text behind the wheel. And if an employee texts behind the wheel, the company is liable, and records can show this in a lawsuit. So government and schools and insurance companies are making a step to stop texting behind the wheel. Obviously, there will be plenty of distractions on the road, but think of all the responsibility you can do by not texting behind the wheel. I call us, me included, to text anywhere but behind the wheel. Thank you for listening to my presentation.